What's up everyone, it's Mark from Silence Tech, and today we're checking out another PC that I've built featuring an AMD Ryzen 3600X CPU and a Strix 1080 Ti, only due to the fact that the 5700X Ti was sent doesn't even work. This PC will set you back around $1,500 US and 1,300 UK pounds. A link to all the parts will be in the description, as well as the PC part picker link. This build features a new case from Corsair called the 465X, costing 108 UK pounds and 135 US dollars. Honestly, I'm not 100% decided on this case yet. I love that the PSU shroud goes all the way to the front, plus the front panel has a 1-inch gap that really helps to improve airflow. That's a good job because I couldn't mount my H100i's radiator up top due to height clearance issues, leaving me only one option but to mount the H100i at the front. Overall, I really like the completed build. Corsair's 465X comes with three 120mm LL series fans and a USB hub inside the case to change the LED effects included in the price, making the 465X a great choice. The fans alone can set you back £75 or 100 US dollars, and with the correct gear and planning, this case could easily look right at home at even the most extravagant gaming setups, although for a modern case the lack of any front USB 3.1 Type-C port and the case's poor height clearance may put a lot of people off. I'm also not a massive fan of the cutouts underneath. I don't know why Corsair keep putting a massive hole with a grommet like this on the shroud. A small cutout at the back running the full length of the motherboard would be a much better option for the front I/O ports. The black grommet and cables make the build look untidy. It's a trend going back to the 570X case that needs changing in my opinion. The cable management otherwise is mostly excellent, and building inside this case was a breeze, but I would have loved a cutout right below the GPU for the PCIe cables to run perfectly up to the card. But apart from that, I love how every cable flows to each individual component. Once I sat back with the tempered glass panels installed, I fell in love with how this case looks. One big change that improved the look of this case was due to switching out the fans. I swapped out the original LL series for 6 not long released Corsair QL120 RGB fans. All of them are connected via a Commander Pro and then to the motherboard via a single USB 2.0 internal header, which allows me to change all of the RGB lighting effects via iCUE, Corsair's own software, plus I can tweak the individual fan curves of each fan. It's an awesome way to customize your own PC. Due to the slimmer housing around the outside, each QL fan lets even more light out compared to the LL or HD series, which you really notice in person, especially when you look inside the case at the front. All 34 addressable LEDs spill into the case, creating a very bright enclosure. Using iCUE, you're also able to light both the front and back LEDs separately, which creates a really unique effect. While testing, I found the QLs very similar to the LL series. In fact, comparing noise levels at the same RPM, I couldn't notice any difference in acoustic performance. So much so I decided to test the 465X case with a set of LL series fans installed to compare. Both my CPU and GPU temperatures were great with both or either set installed. Maybe the LL series are slightly quieter at full load. For that reason, I wouldn't say the QL series is worth switching to unless you're building a brand new PC. The motherboard I've used in this build is the Z570 AORUS Ultra. She offers some great features for the price, such as excellent M.2 performance, 6 SATA slots, and all the USB connectivity you'll ever need. Plus, PCIe Gen 4 offers a whole host of improvements over any Intel-based system. The DIMM slots support dual-channel DDR4 memory up to 4400 MHz, and a maximum of 128 GB in total can be stuffed into the 4 DIMM slots. XMP now works great on Ryzen systems. Via the system BIOS, I had no trouble overclocking my DDR4. CPU wise, I went for the Ryzen 3600X from AMD. It's a 6-core 12-thread processor that's quick enough to hold its own against higher end CPUs regarding gaming performance. Priced at $200 US and 189 UK pounds, this is one of the best choices out right now, since it boosts up to 4.4 GHz and you're getting AMD's latest 7nm Zen 2 architecture. I'm going to brush over lightly the other components as I only wanted to cover the parts I've never featured on my channel before in this video. Other parts include the Hydro Series H100i Platinum SE in white, a premium individually sleeved PSU Type 4 cable kit, and lastly a white RM750X PSU, all from Corsair. I didn't go mad for storage in this build. I only put a 2TB standard hard drive, Western Digital Blue, and a 256GB SSD in this build. Before I start the benchmarks, I will say for the price of this PC, £1,300 and $1,500 you can expect very good performance, but there are quite a few ways you could cut costs compared to what I have. The QL fans, for example, aren't necessary since the case comes included with some LL120s already. Even more savings could be made if you skip the Commander Pro and hook your fans up straight to the motherboard, although the Commander Pro is a godsend and I can't live without one. Anyway, let's start these benchmarks to see what this beast can do. Okay, the Ryzen 5 3600X performed great. Overall, I'm very happy with the results in my benchmarks and I can highly recommend this build to anyone. You could have slightly better performance if you skipped on all of the RGB parts, but it's nice to have a PC that looks this good, plus you'll never need to upgrade them if you don't want to. My custom sprayed 1080 Ti Strix looks really nice in this build, like it was meant for the case. It's such a shame that the 5700 XT that was originally meant to be in this build didn't work. Anyway, I really hope you've enjoyed my new build. My name's Mark from Silence Tech. I shall see you all very soon. Goodbye.